Guess who found their first delivery? I flew out to France yesterday to deliver a catamaran from La Rochelle, which is where we are now. And we're setting off in about an hour to eventually get to St Tropez in about 2 weeks' time. So this is going to be a very interesting experience. Um, yeah, I'm hoping one day I can look back on this and be like, oh my God, look what you did. Because if you'd have told me a year ago that I would be where I am now, I would not have believed you even a little bit. Hopefully I manage to do this vlog every day, but we'll see how that goes because this already feels weird. I was only actually back in the UK for about 12 hours before I had to go back to the airport to go to Paris. So it took me around 12 full hours of travelling to get here. Big shout out to Paul for going and taking me to go and get a load of wet weather gear because it was miserable. And at 3 I finally made it to the boat where I saw all the horrible weather we were going to have. It started raining at about 6 and just did not stop blowing a gale all day. But me and Rob went for a walk around La Rochelle and it's a cute little town. The boat is a 44-foot Fontain Pajot, which makes me feel like such a when I say it. As far as food goes, we are eating like kings, completely full fridges inside and outside, and we've also got food in the bilges as well, so it's all kept there. And this is just the outside of the boat, really nice sitting area. Well, this has been an interesting beginning. The weather has not done what we thought it was going to do, and we had a lazy jack rake while we were trying to put the sail down in 35 knot winds, and that was not a fun time. So we're currently being bounced around. I feel sick to my stomach, but seasickness is a state of mind. It feels like a roller coaster. You wait for the drop as you crest over the wave. Oh God. Consider me out my zone. My heart rate is about 20 beats above where it normally is. And I'm going to do this. I will complete this and I will do it well. So it's now nearly 8 and I've got a watch from 11 p.m. until 2 a.m. So I'm going to try and get some sleep now. And hopefully everything will be fine and better, and there's going to be like 2 knots of wind when I wake up and my watch is going to be really easy. It's 2 a.m. I've just finished my first watch, which was okay. Anthony came and sat with me while I did it because we had to tack a couple of times because it's still pretty bouncy. We tried to fix the sail somewhat, so went under the boom with a piece of rope and he's sort of tried to do the best he can to tie it all together so it's not flapping around. I'm just fucking knackered. But ocean sailing seems easier than coastal sailing. Like, you're just out in the fucking water. There's no in the way. Oh, and we are also 141 nautical miles in. Easy. I feel like I should point out this clip is sped up. We were not going that fast. And here it's chart plotter so we can see where we've come from, where we're going. And here's just more examples of how choppy it was that day. Till 11, everything was fine. I am pretty righteously tired. I think I only got about 3 hours last night, so I come back downstairs to have a little nap before my next shift. And the weather has really calmed down. Last night the waves were coming over the bow. Now it's reasonably calm, and despite the sail bag coming apart, we'd not have left yesterday, we couldn't have left today, and it kind of would have made the whole trip harder. So it's validating to know that, disabled sailbag is the lesser of those two evils. But yeah, so far so good. I'm really enjoying working with the two guys that I'm with. They're really supportive. Anthony stayed up with me on my watch last night and made sure that everything was fine. We had a crack at sort of improving the condition of the sailbag just by putting some line around it and trying to keep the sail from flapping around. There was also problems with the navigation equipment. Garmin was really not doing its thing. That was a fun 3 hours of getting a course and then losing it immediately. As far as the seasickness goes, I feel much better now because, and it's made a whole world of difference. I'm not feeling seasick anymore. I've been able to keep my breakfast down. It's a way better alternative to the tablets, so I'm very happy about that. It was really generous of him. So I'm going to try and have a little lay down again now and go back up and join them for lunch in a while. Just finished the 2 a.m. to 5 a.m. watch. Absolutely fine. The odometer is reading weird. The odometer is now less than it was 6 hours ago. So unless I've managed to steer us in entirely the wrong direction, it's a technical fault. Literally all I'm doing. So go on a watch, come back, have a nap, go back out on another watch. Oh, I saw a dolphin. There were dolphins. So that was nice. And we got a really pretty sunset. So a gift from the universe in the form of a dolphin. It's almost 12 o'clock and I'm out watching just on the helm. Today's going to be a really good day because I found out that Emily got the time off work to come and join this delivery when Rob leaves. So I'm really happy about that. I don't know anyone who deserves to do something like this more than she does. The other bit of good news is that we should hit our corner by early doors on Sunday, which means we can get the engines serviced after they've done their first 50 hours work. And we could fix our sailbag as well and have a little walk around one of the port towns in northern Spain. The Bay of Biscay has been very nice to us because you hear some horror stories. Yeah, it'll be a nice little stop off for a few days before the weather gets a bit sketchy. We're about 380 miles into the trip, which is pretty dang good. We're going to stop in Ribadeo for about a week. And it's on one of the pilgrimage trails, so it's going to be quite a pretty little place with lots of walking. I feel like I'm getting used to the whole sort of shift patterny things quicker than I thought I was going to. We do shifts in 3 hours, so today I was on 8 till 11. So in 6 hours' time I'll be on my next shift, and I thought I would struggle trying to sleep in the day and nap and get sleeping when possible, but no, I've adapted quite quickly. We're going to be in Ribadeo for 6 days, which isn't too bad. I've had a shower, I've cleaned my teeth twice today. We had a really nice dinner. Anthony cooked, Ginny took us out for coffee when we got here. Rob and I went for a walk around the town, saw some cats. Tomorrow we've got to send Rob up in the bosun's chair to get the sailbag fixed, and we're going to do some more cleaning of the boat. Today we went round and got rid of loads of the rust stains that are on the stainless steel. So tomorrow we've got to go over the gel coat with a special kind of acid to get rid of all of that. So it's a working day, but it's not really a working day, and we all get to go to sleep at a reasonable time. I get to sleep from it's 10:30 now. I get to sleep from 10:30 till 9 in the morning. I'm so excited. As predicted, we all slept like babies last night. It was really nice to just be in the warm without waves bouncing underneath you and crashing around. We went to the chandlery this morning and we picked up some oxide-y thing to get rid of the rust stains that are going down the gel coat. So that worked a treat. It was so easy. Didn't have to scrub or anything. It just sort of eats away at it. We've got the engines booked in for tomorrow for their service. And the lazy jack has been fixed. We sent Rob up the mast earlier to go and just sort it out. It's been a good day. It's been pretty productive. I am working on my core rigs at the minute. I'm trying to learn all 3 billion rules that there are about sailing. But yeah, it's been a good day. The weather is a bit shit. The rain keeps coming and going, and it looks like we're not going to be able to make it to the corner until around Sunday, just because the winds are completely against us. It seems like there's going to be a lot of motoring in our future. It's just super chill. They're the nicest people. Um, I could not have asked for a better first delivery. I mean, I know I'm only a few days in, right? So maybe don't count my chickens before they hatch. But yeah, it's so far so good. We spent the morning in a coffee shop, which was nice. We went over the plan for the week in there, and they had the most amazing cake. I feel so grateful that Rob is on this boat because he's got proper sweet tooth, and I couldn't pick between the cakes that I wanted. So he picked one, and I picked one, and then we went halves. So thrilled. So tomorrow marks a week since we set off on the trip, and it's been a really good experience so far. I have learned how to do a cow hitch and why we make soft shackles. I have learnt that you should wrap your tables and work surfaces in vinyl when you're on a delivery so you don't scratch all of the tables and things. I have also learned that core eggs way harder to learn than I anticipated, so I now understand why people cry over them when they're doing the yacht master. Makes perfect sense to me. I think week after this one is going to be quite hard because Rob leaves before Emily can get on, so we're going to be doing 6-hour watches, and it sort of is the fuel for the fire of learning my core regs more and more because we're going a little bit more coastal over the next leg of the trip, and there's orcas. Oh my god, whoever thought I would be in a job where orcas become an actual problem in my life? I also, just before I stop this episode, feel really weirdly grateful for the small things. Like, we were able to get off today and go and get coffee and cake, and I very much intend to do that again tomorrow. But you literally can't do it at sea. You can think about all these things, and you cannot just like turn the car around and go back. It's basically enforced Lent. Like, you have to give up all the stuff that you like, for the most part, when you're out at the sea. So yeah, one thing I am grateful for though is having desalination tank, because it basically means that we can make fresh water whenever we're motoring. So one thing we do not have to really worry about is running out of water. And again, so grateful for that because it just takes so much pressure off. And you know, where we are at the minute, the water doesn't taste very good. We don't really want to fill our tank up with it. So it's nice to know that once we're back out at sea, we can just get more water. And it's like privilege, absolute privilege to be able to do that. I still don't know how I feel about the whole like vlogging thing, because it still feels like really awkward. However, I'm getting way more out than I would if I was writing in a diary because I can't bear to look at my own handwriting. It feels like this could work. I'm enjoying doing the edits now that I'm on my laptop for fun and not because I have to be. So as it stands at the end of this entry, we are 384 nautical miles into the delivery.